Hello, am I audible and visible?
You are audible, ma'am, and visual as well.
Okay, perfect. How are you? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm pretty well. How about you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So, I'm meeting you after some time. How are you doing?
Hmm. We are meeting after a long time. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So how are
Mm.
you doing?
So I've been doing good. And
Hmm. Right. Okay. So, how is English practice going on?
English in terms of English practice, so I am burning midnight oil like, for that. I am practicing day in and day out, and
Okay.
right. So I'm speaking
Hmm.
in as fluency.
Right.
Honest fluency, and I'm reading book
Okay.
and I'm inculcating vocab on daily basis in the morning time. So
Right.
listening to podcast and whatever I can consume throughout the day. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to inculcate in my mind. Mm, so I try to devote more time for English. Yeah, and now earlier I used to attend session on daily basis. Now I'm not attending the session back to back. But I'm alternate way. I'm attending the session.
Hmm. Okay, great. So, as of now, are there certain problems that you're facing when it comes to speaking in English?
So framing of sentences, and sometime I runs out of words, out of vocab. So sentence structure is my big problem nowadays. And in terms of vocab, I have inculcated more vocab, and I try
Okay,
to use that vocab. Um,
okay, that's
so
great.
framing of sentences. Yeah.
Okay, okay, makes sense. And are you facing any particular problem with, say, other skills, reading, listening, understanding? Those are fine. Are you doing certain activities related to those?
I cannot listen to, I cannot totally
Hmm.
pursue those who are native speaker,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I would say like you tutors and those who are Indians and like I can completely pursue them, but those who are
Okay.
native speakers, so I'm unable to
Right.
understand. And even though I can understand native speaker, those who will speak in slow manner, they are not speaking fast, so I can understand. But those who are fast, so I cannot understand them.
Okay. So one is pace, the other one is accent, right? You cannot understand people speaking too fast and people speaking with another accent that you're not familiar with,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay, I
Mhm.
understand. So,
And I have MTI influence, so I'm working on that. And
hmm,
my pronunciation is, I have to work a lot for my pronunciation, and it is not up to the mark. So, so
hmm,
I'm working on that, and
hmm.
I'm paying more attention for that.
Right, I understand. Okay, so what you can do is just try to see if you can listen to more people who speak with an accent with subtitles at least. If you can bring the
Mhm.
subtitles on and just to see if you can understand the subtitles and then listen to them, I think that's a good practice to at least start with to understand different accents and different.
I do. I listen to Palki Sharma, ma'am, and
Okay.
I listen to podcast,
Mhm.
and those who are practicing English, and those who are doing conversation in terms of English, and those who have achieved something in terms of English. So I do watch them, and so I don't have that much time. Having
Hmm.
said that, I try to devote more time
Hmm.
because I have 8 hours duty and I have kid, I have spouse, so so I'm bound to spare some time with them.
Yeah,
But
I am. I understand. So that is something that you have to work on, but otherwise it's fine. Just see if you can do something about it. Okay? All right.
right.
Yes, on that note, We'll start with some spontaneous speaking. If you remember, I don't know from the last few classes with me that I like to do some spontaneous speaking in the beginning, and from there, like I like to go to the topic of the day. So we are going to do exactly that today as well. Okay.
For sure.
All right. So, as you said in the beginning that you're trying to practice day in and day out, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about if in your practice, if you've come across any story or any particular film that you have watched and that has worked in your in your on your side for you, maybe. So any story that you have just read and you really liked it, you understood what it meant, or the English writing stood out to you, or any film that you have watched like that where you thought you understood everything that was being said and the meaning was clear, anything like that that you've come across.
The story.
Think about it. Yeah, anything that in your journey you've read.
So recently I
Or
have
hmm. Yeah, can
I
you hear
think
me?
here you are able actually I think we are facing some network issues, I think.
I can see
Mm.
you and hear you now, but you can you can hear me, right? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
You are stuck now. I cannot see you move anymore. Yeah, can you hear me now? See me now? Hello. I think there's some problem. Yeah, can you hear me?
think
I think the network is not
there
working.
will be some glitches in network.
Yeah, you're getting stuck. I cannot hear you completely either.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now. Yeah, this is
Yeah, you
better, I
are.
think. Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you as well. Yeah, yeah, you are able, man. I can hear you. Network is poor showing actually.
Yes, happens sometimes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no worries. Okay. Yes, so could you tell me a little bit about the story that I think I asked you about? Anything that you have read in recent times or watched something that has helped in your English journey as well?
So recently I'm reading Ikigai, and I had completed earlier actually Ikigai. But again, I have started reading because at that
Hmm.
time my English was not up to the mark, and I had no confidence, and I hadn't had enough vocab at that time. Uh, now again started I reading Ikigai, and I got to know that there is one place in Japan, and the place name is Okinawa. Okinawa,
Right.
and most
Hmm.
of the peoples are above 100, and
Hmm.
and they I think they are called as a centurion.
Hmm.
So they
Hmm.
are above us, and they are revealing the secret of their life and
Hmm.
how they have such types of longevity in their life.
Right.
And
Hmm.
some of the some of the a person has told that one guy was telling that they had inculcated 80% formula, 80% formula that uh, they used to not fill their stomach full, and
Hmm.
when they were reaching, they were about to fill their stomach, so they used to leave eating. So 80%, but their stomach was 80% full. So in such a way, mm, he was able to live longer, and his age was more or less 112 years.
Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, and one of the person was telling that his age was 110 more or less, and he had described in the on that book in that book that he didn't eat non-veg
Hmm.
throughout the life. Having said that, he was able to live longer, and his age was above 100, and so this was the fact behind their longevity, and
Right.
hmm, and I have just started reading this book,
Okay.
and one after two, so I got to know about those two incident, two facts actually. Hmm.
Right, right. No, no, no. I hope you have fun with the book. The writer was recently in our city for a literary festival as well, and I think he says, if I'm not wrong, that he was also very influenced by the Indian culture when he was writing the book. So I am hoping that you'll be able to have. I mean, at least look at some of those parallels and see if there are
Right,
moments in which you can also reflect back on your own culture, right? And say that okay, we also
right,
have something like this, or I have also heard about something like this. So hopefully that would work out, and it anyway is a very critically acclaimed book, I think. So I hope that you have fun reading it and you learn certain
right.
new
Actually, I
things.
used to before this Ikigai, I was reading Khushwant Singh book for the sake of good
Oh,
vocabulary, and
right.
I got to know about many advanced vocabulary, and
Hmm.
I have jotted down in my notebook. Even I have made my own dictionary, but
Hmm.
I used to get actually I started getting I was not enjoying after reading
Hmm.
that book, because so I switched over on this book, that this is the self-help book, and
Hmm.
I thought that if I will keep on reading that book, so definitely I will
Yeah.
not enjoy, and that would be monotonous and tedious sometimes. So I switched over on this book, and now I started reading. So for some time I will read, and this is the quite small book, and I will finish it, I suppose.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Can try that. Okay, lovely to hear that. And I really like the fact that you're reading so many good books as well in order to obviously accentuate your vocabulary. But also, I feel if you look at some of these books that these writers are writing, they're amazing in their own ways as well, trying to maybe hold up a mirror to the society that they were being written in. So I'm happy that you're choosing this text, and I hope you get something out of it apart from vocabulary as well, right? This vocabulary
Right,
anyway,
right,
it
right.
will get
Mhm.
when you read so many good books. Okay, on that note, we are going to go to a topic today, which is about travel mishaps. So, mistakes that happen with traveling, or funny incidents that sometimes happen with traveling. So, to begin with, tell me, have you ever reached a wrong destination or gotten lost anywhere? Where, if yes, could you share that incident with me?
I think throughout this journey, I think it would be one or two times. I
Hmm.
am unable to recall, but it happened with me two or three times. I was supposed to go somewhere else, and I went somewhere else actually. So
Right.
suddenly I thought that I'm in wrong way, and and then 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 I came back to from that wrong way, and so
Hmm.
that was the night time, and so I was bewildered that because I used to think that this is the way because it was quite kind of similar way and
Right.
what I had visited earlier. Uh, but after some time, after 15 or 20 minutes, I got to know that I'm in wrong way. Then
Yeah.
I came back and again I had figured out what is the right way, and then I was at proper place.
Right. Right. Okay, makes sense. Now, what has been the funniest travel experience for you?
Funniest travel experience.
Yes.
Travel experience. So I wanted to hit the road alone, but I didn't get
Yeah.
chance to hit the road. But whenever I visited, so I was with my spouse, with my kid, and my relatives, with my distant relative. And
Hmm.
the moment was Raksha Bandhan, and we were together. And so we were enjoying, and we had lunch outside, and we had dinner outside. So you cannot say that funniest means that was very memorable moment, and so and funniest
Makes
in
sense.
terms of what that.
Maybe how you interpret funny, obviously, but maybe where you had a lot of fun wouldn't be the funniest. Maybe a lot of things happened and you laughed a lot and it was fun. So maybe in that sense, but I don't know if you have had that kind of a and
Yeah, in 2000, 2000, I think that would be 2004. I think it's been long time. It's been 2 decades actually. So I cannot recall, but I went with my colleagues, those who were working with me in company. And we went to sunny Singapore, Sirdi actually. And we were together and we were more or less 6 to 7 friends. And but I cannot recall that. Yeah, there was some incident, funniest incident. But right now, I'm totally blank. I cannot recall.
that's okay, no worries. So if you could mistakenly go somewhere, like you were going somewhere else but somehow you mistakenly went somewhere, where would you wish to land and why? Which place would you like to maybe visit by mistake?
By mistake, where I want to go.
Ye- yes.
So by mistake, mm, I would love to visit Kerala, and I would love to visit Rameshwaram. So by mistaken, but I would say deliberately, I would love to visit all these places because these are the places in my bucket list.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But have you ever missed a flight or a train, or at least, almost were on the verge of missing it?
So, a couple of months ago, actually, and I was about to miss the train. And generally, I drive my car very slow, and the speed
Hmm.
would be more or less below 60 kilometer. But and whenever I go anywhere, so uh, I prefer to reach station at least two before 2 hours. So that was the moment actually, and somebody was with me actually, and so this it was my habit that I should reach at station 2 hours before. But they didn't have such types of habit, and
Yeah.
so I was going with them. So I was in hurry, and I was because there was traffic in city. So I was stuck somewhere that, and I thought that definitely I will not reach station on the time. But eventually I reached the station in the nick of time. At the 11th hour, I reached the station, and that was the and finally we got the train. But the
Hmm.
before I would say that before 2 3 minutes
Yeah.
uh, we were there, and we got the train. If
Yeah.
we wouldn't have reached out there, so definitely we would have missed the train.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. Now imagine I am coming to your city for 2 days. So you have to prepare an itinerary for me. So
Mhm.
what would you include? I will go one by one. So what would you say are the
Mhm.
best places to visit?
Definitely, we have some places in Surat, like we have two beaches in our Surat, and so you
Hmm.
can explore out there. And apart from beaches, there is one hill station, Saputara.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
visit out there, and
Hmm.
Saputara, and yeah, if you visit Surat, so definitely you will get more overbridges. So you will feel
Right.
like that I am traveling on the in the air actually. So you will get more overbridges out there. And Surat is known for textile market and diamond business. So definitely, if you love to buy some saris and clothes for you, so you can get saris in cheap market, but you have to buy in bulk quantity.
Hmm.
So definitely you will get saris in cheap rate
Hmm.
uh, in Surat. And Surat is known for diamond business, so you can explore the places where they are polishing diamond from all over
Hmm.
the world. We are importing diamond. Suretis are importing the diamond, and they are doing polish. And it is
Right.
kind of enormous business is thriving out here in Surat.
Hmm.
And Surti's food are very renowned actually, and Surtis are
Yeah.
very
Nice.
foodie. So
Okay.
dhokla, khamar, locho, thepla, and Kathiawadi thali. So you can have
Right.
all these foods, and
Right.
these are the things that you can explore. And on the top of that, you can visit a science center, and
Hmm.
so many malls are available out here. And so these are the
Yeah.
places you can explore.
Okay, okay. The last one would be, is there a particular market that you're going to recommend to me that I can probably explore over there?
Definitely, you can. So you can visit textile market, and
Hmm,
if you are very freak of doing marketing, if you are very freak of buying clothes, so you can visit cloth market.
hmm,
And and actually, I'm home, buddy. Actually, I don't have that much idea. My spouse. There is one place where you can get clothes in cheap
hmm,
rate, like apart from saris, and that
hmm,
is the place name is. I'm unable to recall. I forgot that.
hmm.
My spouse know about that place, and she frequently visit out there.
Right.
Chota Bazaar. Chota Bazaar is there.
Okay, makes sense.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much for telling me a little bit about
Okay.
this. Okay, all right. Now coming to the feedback, I think you're doing well. You're speaking pretty well. Grammar-wise, there were not a lot of problems. Maybe some rare mistakes here and there, but not very, very big mistakes or major mistakes. So you don't have to think a lot about them. What you can work a little on is probably your MTI, because even listen is becoming listen sometimes. So S sounds or some
Yeah.
pronunciations here or there, you can work
Mhm.
a little on, I would suggest listening more to people speaking in English. That helps a lot, and
Right.
practicing reading out loud and recording yourself, maybe, and listening to yourself. That also helps a lot sometimes when it comes to speaking in English. Otherwise, I think you're doing pretty fine. I don't have any other suggestions to give, but if you have any question, you can ask me.
Right now, I don't have question. What should I ask actually? I'm thinking that.
No, no, that's
Definitely,
totally
definitely. Actually, I have to read, watch, and listen. And I think there is
true.
no panacea to become a good in English. I think to become advanced
Yeah,
speaker, and it is
yeah,
all about practice, practice, practice. And I have to devote more time. And I
yeah.
believe that if I'm consistent, so definitely I will achieve my target. I think. And
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, so right now I don't have any particular question.
It's it's
Mhm.
perfectly fine. Hope to see you soon then, and then we'll talk some more. Okay. Have a
Okay,
good
ma'am.
day. Good
Have
night.
a great day ahead. Bye.
You too.
Bye.